Nesting is something that we know is coming to Path of Titans in the future, but the real question is, when is it going to come out and what is in it? Well, so far I'm going to talk to you about what we know could be in it, as well as some of my opinions, and of course, the ill-fated prediction on when I think it's going to release. We know last time I done a prediction like this, I said 2024 for Flyers, and they released a couple weeks ago, so that was really off by 2 years. Timestamps for everything are on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about what you think nesting is going to be like in this game. But other than that, let's get right into the video. So, what do we know? Well, there's some information that we know about nesting in Path of Titans. These are from dev comments, and so let's just get right into them, because the biggest elephant in the room is to do with inheriting skins. Sadly, this will not be a thing in Path of Titans because of the way the in-game skin system works. You can't create your own skin and make a unique skin. You buy certain skins through marks, and then you can unlock the colours for them, and like that. You can't inherit skins as a baby from your parents, because then it counteracts that skin system. Jiggy confirmed this in 2 comments back in 2020, saying skins won't be inherited from your parents, unfortunately. Kind of breaks the whole idea of unlocking through achievements and quests. However, there'll be certain achievements earned through nesting people in, and in turn a possible skin reward for unlocking that achievement. Then going on to say, you can change your skin at any time, similar to in the game right now, so you'll nest in with the default, and then you can switch to whatever skin you already have unlocked. But remember, there are baby skins, so playing right at the beginning will be with a baby skin anyways, kind of like how it works in Hatchling Caves. She also confirms that there will be quests and achievements that you'll get through earning people in, and then quests to go with that, which is very interesting. Additionally, another comment is that the dinosaurs of different subspecies will still be able to mate with each other, so to say, and form a nest. This is because it prevents any confusion. So if you've got a defense Allosaurus and there's a female speed Allosaurus, you'll still be able to create a nest together and all that jazz. And the final thing is that we know is that the devs in 2020 wanted this to be in the base game on release. Now, the game isn't at a release stage yet, it's more or less in a beta stage. Back in summer, it released into beta when it went onto console, and so yeah, I feel like nesting will probably be the final piece of the puzzle before the game goes into its live full release form. Anyways, let's get into the other thing that's quite interesting, and is technically what we know as well, and that's nests and eggs. So, there are a ton of nests and eggs to show off. Some of them were shown off by the developers in live streams and stuff like that. I was able to dig up 2 which were shared in the Facebook page for the game. This first one shows a standard nest, which just has some like leaves in it. There's a mud built nest, and then it obviously has some brownie blotched smaller eggs, so it's indicated that this might be for a smaller dinosaur. It looks really nice. It's a nice little nest, and it gives a good idea that most eggs or nests will be following the same theme, and I don't think there'll be different ones to each dinosaur. However, well, this is something we technically have not seen in a while, so it might have changed. However, we do get to see another nest with a bundle of eggs in it, with different colours, different shapes and sizes. For example, brown eggs, green eggs, blue eggs, black eggs, blotched eggs, more rounded eggs, more eggs that are shaped like cylinders, and other shapes and sizes. Now, what is also interesting is there's some mods that technically have nests in them, ones that mess with creator mode. The CMI Plus mod has these in them. If you literally just go and download the CMI Plus mod, you'll find some nest ideas. Red nests, blah blah blah, all that jazz, you know, standard stuff. And you can place them down and see them. Now, these are either old in-game models of nests or pre-existing ones that were got off a store or something like that from the Unreal Engine. We're not too sure. However, these could be the nests that will be in the game as well. Who knows? They could actually be. At the moment, they're just used as an asset to place down in the CMI Plus mod, which is pretty neat. And so that's really what we know so far about nesting in the game. So what do I think how nesting will be in the game, and how do I think it will act, and when do I think it will release? And that's what we're talking about next. So, how will the nests essentially work? I think you'll be able to nest in through a dinosaur, you know, like the hatchling stage, skipping the baby caves, so to say, so you won't have to do the tutorial cave over and over and over again if you are on a server which has the tutorial cave. Now, I do feel like maybe you'll have the option to spawn in still as a juvenile like you can now, and maybe the option to spawn in as a hatchling. The hatchling to juvenile stage might be quicker, but you get hatched in through an egg or through the baby cave. Now, male and female dinosaurs of the same type of dinosaur, two Allosauruses, obviously male and female. However, it doesn't mean they have to be the same subspecies. You could have a balance, a defense, or a speed, you know, making a nest together. Most likely, perhaps getting a quest to build a nest once you've done your mating, so to say, or courting. I feel like there'll be some form of courting where you do something, or you're in a group and then you'll have the option to do a nest. I don't think this is something that will be much fleshed out in the sense, like if you compare it to the Isle, where you have to do courting and you have to court with them and then you have to build a nest like that. I think it'll be a case of you're both adults, you're both in a group, or maybe you've been in a group for a certain amount of time, and then you can get a quest to build a nest, which is optional, and then you can build a nest. My idea is each nest will have different items that they'll be able to collect for it, so maybe some nests like the pterosaur Philosodromes will be more stick-based, and it'll be better to build them on ledges of cliffs, where stuff like Kaiwekia will have a sand-based nest, which could have shells and stuff, which will be on land, rather than being in the water. To add to this, when you spawn in as a hatchling, maybe you'll have some basic survival quests, and maybe your parents will have some quests to protect you and keep you fed and stuff like that. I feel like you won't be spawning in with your full food, you'll be spawning in with less, and it's up to the adult to make sure you get your food. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think. Some rambles there, of course, about nesting in general. And now let's move into the release date. Last time I said about a release date, I said that, you know, it was about flies coming around 2024, and they released 2 weeks ago. I feel like they're not going to come in 2024. I feel like nesting will be coming before that, because if anything, I feel like the full game release will come in 2024. And if nesting is something the devs want before that and want to be included in the full game release, I feel like then technically we could see it in late 2023, September onwards, the later half, the later third of the year, so to say. 2023 September will be my best bet for nesting, and who knows, maybe because I predicted it so far away, even though technically September isn't that far away, it's only 7 months. No, it's only 9 months, it's something like that, but regardless, that is 9 months. It seems like it's far away, but time flies by. Like this year, it's got me questioning everything. I'm having an existential crisis while I'm filming this video, but yeah, I feel like it could come in September, and I feel like either that or the later half of 2023, and I feel like it's going to be coming in 2023. And, you know, because I got the previous one wrong, maybe the devs want to get the updates out to prove me wrong, so then maybe it could come sooner. So I'm doing you all a favor by predicting it in 2023 September, so then it comes out sooner than September, so you don't have to wait too long. Maybe that's the case, who knows. Let me know your thoughts. When do you think this update will release? I feel like this is going to be the last big update for the game, the big game-changing update, apart from the quest changes and stuff like that. Nesting is the final big gameplay mechanic in my eyes, unless the devs have another trick up their sleeves. But let me know your thoughts. And there we have it, when I think nesting will come to Path of Titans. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, what do you think about nesting? Do you think it's going to be much different to how it is in the game now? Do you think it's going to be extremely fleshed out like the Isle or Beast of Bermuda? Which game do you think it'll be most closest to? Or do you think it'll go on its own separate path? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.